Unix Gaming. Play to earn.
Hello everyone, welcome to Unix's community AMA for this week. Hope you've all had a great weekend and supercharged for what's coming up. We've got something a little bit different today. We have myself on, and we also have the amazing Sally, and we have another special guest. Well, actually he's more than a guest, he's actually Tim, our head of marketing, who's also in the chat.
What's up?
Okay.
Hey guys.
What an
What's
intro.
up, everybody?
Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining. It's going to be a bit different. Mirko, it will be on next week. We're just going to go through some of the other things today. Andy actually might join us a little bit later, so that could be another special guest. But we wanted to, I guess, give you guys an update on what's coming up. Obviously, Unix is going to be speaking at a really great event. We've been talking about it for the last couple of, I don't know how long now, like a couple of months for Permissionless, and we're pretty excited about that, working hard behind the scenes to get everything set up, get the booth in, get the designs ready, and we want to touch base on some of these things. So for a lot of you who are coming to the event, we have something really special to showcase. But yeah, before we get into the questions, I guess I wanted to maybe give Sally and Tim the floor. Maybe we'll start with Tim. On the marketing side of things, did you want to give some of our loyal viewers and OGs an update on kind of some of the things that are coming for Unix?
Yeah, just want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah, all good?
Perfect. Sorry guys, there's actually a dog in our office at the moment, so I guess that's just something to probably mention. Unfortunately, it's not a Unix mascot for now. That remains Xenu, but you know, we're looking into getting a Unix cat. I think mostly from the marketing perspective, the main thing is the launch of Final Round and obviously Permissionless, which is what Nick and Mirko are going to be at. It's going to be amazing. We've got some really cool stuff lined up for Permissionless. And for Final Round, the games that are kind of, you know, that are being cooked in the background and that we hopefully can announce shortly will blow some socks off for sure. So there's going to be some really cool stuff very shortly. I think the one thing that I really want to get across is that we know the community obviously really cares about Unix as a project and is obviously vested in the Unix token. So we want to kind of, and yeah, we want to reflect that. And in order to do that, we need to kind of talk more about the Unix token. So that's something we've recognized that maybe we don't do enough. And so what we're going to do is we're going to focus the next quarter and actually for going onwards on the utility and the value of the Unix token. So kind of really like bringing it into the limelight, because if you think about it, Unix the Unix verse, final round, the the guild, the DAO, the upcoming marketplace and app. That's all one ecosystem, but that's all powered by a single token, right? So we like to think of Unix as the key to the Unix verse. It's the key to the most powerful Web 3.0 gaming ecosystem, and so we really want to push that message, get as many people involved in Unix token as we can, and to really, also it rewards all of our, community and token holders that are currently that are been with us since the beginning. So that's kind of the focus. There's obviously some other cool things, and then of course the most important thing I would say is probably Sally is now streaming regularly on Twitch, and it's quite a treat to watch. I often come in and pretend I'm a rando and then make him work for his views, but
And talk about One Piece. Yeah, it's okay.
Yep. I just have to test you. But yeah, I mean that's the main things from my end. Exciting things to come. Going to focus on Unix. So.
Yeah, that's right. And I think the main focus that we want everyone to, I guess, come along for the ride and be a part of is that what we've decided internally is on a complete rebranding. Obviously, for a lot of the OGs that were here at the beginning, we began as a guild, and we were, we had quite a lot of scholars, and that was a big focus of ours. Now, as you can see with the Unix verse, with everything that's in the ecosystem, final round, the app, the NFT marketplace, we're really becoming more of an ecosystem, and we want to, I guess, pull everything together in a way where we're a representation of gaming in crypto, in blockchain gaming. We want to have all the guilds under one banner, and be a part of this movement that includes everyone that's maybe not inside a guild as well, but you're just a gamer. That's our goal now, and you'll see this with the rebranding that's coming. We're even having some slight changes to the site, and a bit more of a focus on the education informative side of things. So, but we'll get into that a little bit more, and hope you guys will understand. But first, I just want to touch base on permissionless. So Remy, I'm going to share, if you can go to the share screen for a quick second. So as you know, we have this amazing event coming up, and I'll reiterate again for the new people. There's roughly 5,000 to 7,000 people attending this conference in Miami. It's going to be pretty huge, and if you haven't already checked, I mean, you can buy tickets. They've got a bit of a weird ticket system structure here, which I'll quickly go into. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let me go back. Let me go into this. So the ticket system here, if you haven't already got it, it's never too late, but you could see at the beginning in November it was $418, and then as it became more scarce, they have this, I don't know, after the NFT mint, it's gone all the way up to 1.4K. So am I saying that this is going to be an amazing event? Yes. Am I saying go and grab these tickets now? Completely up to you, but I think you'll find a lot of value in it. And there's also, I think you can NFT VIP pass, because you have to mint their permissionless NFTs called Permies, but that also gives you some access to like VIP events. However, if you guys go have a look now, they've got a whole lot more speakers than when Mirko was announced. But if you can also go to the agenda, and you can have a quick look over the days of the 17th to the 18th to the 19th, you'll be able to see which events you want to go to. They're kind of like stages. They're all running at the same time, so choose the ones that you want to go see. I recommend, and this is not me being biased, but coming to the gaming, the Trojan horse of the metaverse. I'm not being biased, but Mirko will be speaking there, and as one of the only guild that will be at Permissionless, you're going to get a lot of insights into GameFi 2.0. If you're an investor, what are you looking to invest in? They even have like a session on that as well. So that's Permissionless. We have our booth being set up. We'll have some merch there for giveaways. And actually, there's something interesting that we want to run as well. So Sally, I might let you introduce that part for us. And Remy, you can
Yeah.
keep that screen
Yeah.
there, so.
Thank you. Hey, hi everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Amazing day. We did a lot of work, and yeah. First of all, regarding permissionless itself, it will be 3 days, and we're preparing also some events during these 3 days. Right, in the booth, you will be able to watch also some tournaments. We are preparing 3 different tournaments for 3 different games right now. They will be held over these 3 days. We're talking Valorant, we're talking Mobile Legends, and of course X Infinity. We will have some preliminaries before people will play it out, and then the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals will be played during these 3 days. On top of that, we will also have some other streams regarding Big Time. I'm a huge Big Time fan, and we will also present that during these 3 days, and much more. Right, we will also try to get a hands on more early access games, and on top of that, we will show some stuff that I cannot disclose right now. But you need to, you need to tune in to be able to see what it is. It's just amazing, and much more, right? And this is just the side of the permissionless. 3 different games. We want to blend in the traditional gaming and the blockchain gaming into one. So that's why we chose these 3 games, because it's a mobile game, Mobile Legends. We have a traditional PC game, Valorant, and then we have as well an X Infinity blockchain game that it's played on both as well. And that's why where we see the transition. And on top of that, yeah, Tim already mentioned, thank you for the advertisement, Tim, but yeah, we're streaming also on Twitch right now. Everybody, please make sure, hit the follow. I cannot do advertisement right now, right? Well,
Oh, you can. yeah, you can. Why not?
Yeah,
Let
bell
them know.
notification and all of that. We're streaming, blockchain games, but also we will stream some traditional games. We will do some research together. This channel will be completely to grow this space, the blockchain gaming space that we currently are, and try to fuse this together with the traditional gaming guys. So make sure, check in. We have a ton of YouTube content already out, and much more to come, much more diverse content as well, not only NFT gaming, but also NFTs, crypto, and so on, and traditional gaming as well, because Unix gaming is a gaming guild organization, and sooner or later, if not the biggest one. So stay tuned, make sure to have follow. You will see also Tim on the Twitch, right, Tim?
I mean, you'll definitely hear me. No, you'll definitely hear me. Still need to get a camera before you can see me, but hear me for sure. I need a special. Problem is that my house is currently a cat infestation, so I need to, I need a prep.
Yeah, and I want to. What we also do on these channels, right? We want to, raise awareness regarding the space where we're in, right? The blockchain gaming space. We want to bring in this closer to the people. What are whitelists, and so on. Like, we're doing giveaways and much more. We're playing with our community, with the viewer, and everybody can jump in, right? So make sure to hit the bell notification, jump in when we're live, and yeah.
Yeah, and there's also, Tim, did we touch on the stuff that we're doing with Banter, or not yet?
Oh, I kind of wanted to.
Okay, no, that's all right. Look, that's all I need to say. So everyone knows that there's something interesting coming, but we have a big focus on creating some really specific channels so we can put out some more content. Right now, all you can see is obviously Mirko has his own GameFi CEO channel, which is really excited to come back and start doing again. Obviously, he's been traveling and his setup is not his normal setup, so it's a bit hard for him. But he's definitely looking to come back and revamp that channel and go pretty hard on it. So you see a lot of him, Sally doing their thing, Sally as well. Actually, do you guys want to maybe release some info on the channels that are coming up and what people can expect and the kind of information that they'll learn?
Yeah, we cannot discuss everything, right? But few things, of course, that we can mention. I want also to touch base because I also saw a lot of questions regarding, additional scholarship games and stuff like that. We are looking constantly into new ones. We have currently 3 on our radar that we're doing the research for. And guys, stay tuned. We will do, of course, videos for that. Now, when it comes to different channels, we want to include as much as possible, right? But we want to also target the right audience, and the people who come to our channel as well can learn a lot more than just gaming related things, right? We're talking everything. So you will have a NFT blockchain gaming part where we also go like dive deep into the tokenomics, into the earn aspect of the games as well. Of course, traditional reviews. Guys, I'm a gamer, right? And I need to play my games. I really want to play the games, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it. So we will really give you the honest opinion, what we really think about the game. As well, we'll do some traditional gaming. We want to focus also on NFTs and also, the crypto side of things, and so on and so on. And Tim, maybe you want to also add anything?
I will maybe let a little bit of the cat or the banter out the bag. I will say that I will say, because Nick has obviously said it. What I can say, because we're still finalizing it, we have a really exciting partnership coming up with Crypto Banter. I know we already are effectively partners and family, but it's going to grow to the next level. We've got some really cool stuff coming with them. We're going to be working with Hustle, who is obviously the gaming presenter on Crypto Banter. So that's going to be really exciting, and we're going to be a lot of cool game coverage, especially focused around the play to earn space, the guild space, upcoming games. So it's really going to be beneficial for the community. The other thing I will say, I know obviously there's been some questions about the guild and the scholarships. One thing I can say from my end, obviously I'm in marketing, but that doesn't mean that I don't love the guild, and doesn't mean I can't contribute to the guild. So what I want to do is set up some ways that the guild can prosper even further. So what we're currently doing is setting up a really cool number of mechanics that reward the community for contributing and helping grow our space. So just by taking part, just by getting involved, just by being active and engaging, teaching others, getting more scholars into the space, or growing different communities, you'll be rewarded for those things. So that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, nice. Actually, that's a nice segue into something that I want to bring up, which I think we might just get into the questions real quickly here. So, guys, there's some things which Mirko and Andy wanted to share, so I'm going to let them share it when they can. But some of these other things, other points that you guys have raised, I think we can get into that. But let me start off with a question from Ray. He says, hi Unix team, Ray here. My question was regarding the upcoming roadmap for Q2. Will there be any changes, or will everything go according to plan? So I might just share my screen here to show everyone what we have planned first. Maybe if you can make that a bit bigger. I think I'll zoom in with mine. So obviously you can see that we've hit a lot of stuff along our roadmap, and now we have this section pretty much ready to come through. Now, what I can say is the education platform, we have built you could say like a Web 2.0 version, but that's not what we want to create. The education platform that we want to create is a tokenized learn and earn system. And this education platform, which we're still ironing out kind of the tokenomics that has to go around that, but how people that get involved with that are awarded Unix in some way. Of course, we don't want to mint like crazy, right? That's not going to help the token at all. But we want to do it in a way which, it's a high enough incentive for, any one of our community to get involved. And the whole purpose is, again, remember that we're a DAO, and here's the DAO, and I'll give an update on this in a second. The DAO, we want everyone, it doesn't matter if you're a whale or you hold heaps of bags or you hold nothing, you can get involved and have your right to say and have your right to vote on certain things within Unix as a community. So that's being built out as we speak. We are still aiming to have this in Q2. Obviously, maybe not in May because there's a lot of things going on, but we are trying to build out at least version 1 for the education platform. In terms of the rest of it, Unix Guild expansion, we actually have expanded in a sense. We have, I guess you could say, a sister guild that we partnered with in Pakistan. I can't say too much about that, but that's all I can say. That's probably a lot already. But we have had our community help them build their community to create a similar benefit over there for them. So it's really a powered by Unix rather than a split off Unix. Now our NFT platform, NFT marketplace, you guys have all heard about it before. It's Mirko has mentioned it a few times, and we're looking to have again a version 1 of this released. I don't actually know if this one will be released by this quarter, in all honesty, just because we pushed some of the other things forward. However, it is in its current state in a similar way to, let's say, OpenSea, in its current state. But that's, again, we have some other utility that we wanted to add to it, which really gives it a very special value prop. And that's something that we're trying to focus on now. So hopefully we can release some of that more soon so that you guys can check it out. Again, we've just finished the launchpad. That's still rolling out. I could even share some of the things about that and what it's going to look like, but we won't get into that much just yet. In terms of the community, of course, it's going to grow. We actually have a very good strategy in place about how to grow our community, and same thing with our guild members. The other point that I don't think Mirko or anyone has brought up is around our DAO. Now, our DAO, let me see what I can show you in. Okay, so there's nothing really to show in terms of the actual DAO. I'm just looking at my bookmarks about what has been created. But the DAO is already underway. We're going to announce a bit more about this towards the end of May when we come back from Permissionless. But I can say that the Unix DAO white paper is pretty much finished. We have yet to set up the DAO on Discourse and Snapshot, which I'll go into probably another point later in time. But our constitution for the DAO and how it will be governed has also been created. We're still ironing out some of how the voting power works between different members. However, what is really cool is that once this DAO is active, and we're looking for some time in June, I think, to have it at least DAO version 0/version 1 ready, and we are going to hold DAO halls. And a DAO hall is basically where we get everyone in the community who's interested to discuss any proposals that we want to discuss, raise any points. You guys will get to have your say. We'll have a forum open to discuss these things, and we'll even have community members, yourselves, involved in that as council members on the governance side. And how we're looking to have that distribution of, let's say, involvement is we want it really to be like 50-50 Unix and the community. So there really is like a nice balance between what will be discussed and who's proposing what. That in itself is a big activity, so I hope that you all get involved with that as well. But there will be more about that to come. Let me just see what else there is. NFT games. So I know everyone's still talking about the game. So right now we're working hard on bringing Vigilanta to the table. Again, I can't say too much about that or how the token will be incorporated. That's all still being ironed out. Again, it's not just about going, all right, we're going to put Unix inside the game. It's about how do we, in a sense, regulate the printing or minting of new tokens without affecting the price. So you guys have all seen there's always a governance token and an in-game token, and we need to find the right balance there, and whether or not that will be a governance token for the game, or if we want to use Unix on a more wider level where it can be incorporated into multiple games. That's something that we're in discussion about. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Ray, about stuff that's happening in Q2. I'll move on to the next. So lastly, regarding guilds in general, do you consider YGG guild as the guild to beat? And do you think that would be bigger than them? Or do you think that we could be bigger than them in the long term? That's an interesting question. I could even get maybe Sali and Tim's input on here. But look, my personal opinion is that I know at the beginning it was always a Unix versus YGG, Unix versus Merit Circle, Unix versus Avocado, and all the guilds are versing each other. But that's, again, we're trying to scratch that. We're rebranding. We want to become an ecosystem and a partner for all guilds, all games. That's why we have Final Round. That's why we have the Launchpad. That's why we have the studio, because we want to make this space grow. And you can't grow by just being the only people contributing to space. So I don't know if you guys have seen, there's like 3 types of guilds. The first guild is like an investment guild. There's a community type guild, and there's an ecosystem guild. And really, every single guild has their place here, regardless of what they do. They're all contributing to the space in some way. And I think that now, with where we are and the current market, we've really all banded together. I mean, I think our guys just came off a call with YGG just a few days ago. So we're all friends. Is what I'm trying to say. We're all friends. We're not trying to fight each other. Do I think that we can be bigger than YGG? In a different sense, I think, and where we're positioning ourselves in the market as the go-to gaming ecosystem. Yes, we have a lot to offer. We really do care about our gamers, our community, and really everyone that's involved in Unix right now. We want to make sure that you guys understand that too. So that's it. I don't know, Sally, Tim, your guys' perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Nick, on this one, right? Everybody has his own space. We are pioneers in this space. We are the first ones together with YGG now. And now, coming together in some ways, I think that's the way to go. What we're also doing, and I really want to touch base on that one, is we are also evolving our community structure or scholarship structure as well, right? And bringing on more. And that's why I'm saying this, because I want to touch base on another question where also people ask, are you looking into this game? Are you looking into that game? Guys, and I'm really, really honest, jump into the Twitch. I'm not joking. We're going through these games again together. We're reaching out then, of course, to the games if they make sense. And this is what we want to build. On top of that, it's not only the gaming guilds out there, it's also you guys, everybody out there who wants to be part of this space. Very, very important. All right. So, Tim? I think that Tim froze. No, you didn't.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. The Wi-Fi's being a bit wonky today. I think from my perspective, the main thing to say is that our focus is a little bit different to the other guilds, in that instead of, I think a lot of the other guilds, their growth is, I mean, the best way to explain it is vertical, right? So they want to become bigger, better guilds. And of course we want to do that too, but our growth is also very horizontal, right? So we are expanding out into other spaces. So some of the guilds will be focusing on the things they're strong at, and we're going to keep doing that too. So the one thing we know we'll have where a lot of the other guilds won't is access to a launch pad, access to incredible partners like DAOmaker and SL2 Capital, and we're going to be using some of the best tech in the space when we for the launch pad, and we've got plans for a marketplace and an app and esports and all these things. So it's more of an ecosystem than a guild, right? So when you're part of the Unix guild, you're part of the Unix ecosystem. That's kind of what differentiates us from the others, is that we're evolving, hence the Unix first. So can we beat them? I mean, maybe we already have, but I think, again, we like to work with all the other guilds. So for us, it's much more of a partnership than a competition.
Yeah, good answer. Okay, so we'll get into the next one here. It's from Meek. There's a strong possibility that BTC could remain bearish for the most part of the year. Hopefully not. If so, can you afford to pay our developers, advertising campaigners, the team, and also continue buybacks for such a prolonged period? In terms of Launchpad, it seems to me that we don't want the Unix token to lose too much value, as the tiers will be too cheap. And then I will leave that bit out. That's more of a personal thing. Unfortunately for me, I did not buy a cheap price at all. Nevertheless, I'm holding on to stay in the tier. Thanks. All right, no, thanks for your support, Meek. And good question. Regardless of what BTC or what's happening in the current market and how it looks, I mean, if this is your first bear market, then look, hold on. I mean, there's a bunch of times that we've been through this all together already, depending on when you've come in. But and they all have the same thing. I think you see a lot of the OGs in the crypto space just going, they see opportunity in this because they've been here from the beginning and they've seen the peaks and troughs. Look, not financial advice, but you can you can be sure that the only reason that we do these AMAs and try to keep connected with you guys all the time is because we want to keep you updated, want to give you faith that we're not just going to run off when things turn bad and sour. I mean, yes, it's not ideal timing for us to be where we are, but at the same time, it gives us a lot of time to focus on our utility and building this. So the answer to your question is, can we afford to pay our team, our devs, everyone else? Short answer is yes. We've planned for this. We made sure that we at least have a roadmap that can last until, you know, we can roll out all of these things on our roadmap, including the Unix game. So we've already accounted for this, and we have on the back end, you probably saw from the treasury report, we have our own treasury management strategy and system. So we're looking to have this grow to a point where it can facilitate you know, additional buybacks, and that's why if we had stayed, and in all honesty, if we had stayed where we were at launch and just kept going with that ideal, then maybe we might not be in such a fortunate position. But because you know, the great effort and energy and time invested by the team to build out final round, to create those partnerships, to create the studio, to work with Sandbox, to create the NFT marketplace and web app and everything that's coming with that, we really did feel the need that we had to give something more back to you guys. And the only way we could do that is building in this additional utility, which could eventually do additional buybacks and help support you guys as the OG crew, the OG team. So hope that helped answer your question. The next one from Mick as well. Have Delysium and yourselves come up with a vesting schedule for their token, or will we get a pre-launch? This is probably a question that I'd let Andy give some insights on. He's speaking to the Delysium team pretty much every single day, every second day, every single week. So on the next one, he can probably give you some more insight into that one.
Nick, do you mind if I take the question from the next question from our always faithful Crypto Knob?
The next question, I will get to it. I've just got the ones that people have submitted into the questions Google Drive right now. Okay. I can come back to. Okay, let's have a look. Crypto Knob, welcome back. Good to hear from you.
He's got some great suggestions, and I mean, I just wanted to let him know that we've read it and we are taking it seriously, and I have a couple. I want to reassure
okay,
him.
I see it. Sure.
Yeah,
let's go
so
through
I've got a couple responses to that. So I don't know if you want to start, and I can jump in when you need.
Yes. So I think so he's just posted the one from Mick. Yeah, that's okay. But so those are accounts, so dealers don't get too cheap. Yep. So yeah, just answer that question. Of course, that's what we're looking to do. At the same time, we're happy for everyone to sort of get in at these tiers. It's completely up to you. If you guys want legendary access, then you can get legendary access now. Then okay, so question run from team suggestions. Okay, so from Ricky. So one, Unix showcase what they are working on in the background. I trust that you do, but other investors don't trust you. So if you make a 2-week roadmap or monthly, they will gain more trust. Is this the one that you wanted to answer first, Tim, or you want me to step in for this?
Well, you're the man.
Okay,
with
I'll
the
step
plan,
in.
So I think this
sure,
is your
I can step in. No, that's okay. So good question. And one of the things that we're building out right now is going back to what Tim and Sally mentioned about the Unix token and, You know, if a new investor comes onto the Unix website, it's not completely, you can't really understand what Unix is about just yet. So we're fixing this. We're building out an additional page that will showcase everything. And look, maybe this is some alpha I can show you. You guys will see it anyway. Where's my picture? Here you go. Remy, could you show that to the guys? So this is not what it's going to look like. Okay, it's just really what we plan to showcase as some of the highlights. So when people come in, the first thing that they'll see is everything about Unix. What is Unix? And we will have like an ecosystem of where the Unix token will flow to. I won't leave this up too long, but you guys will probably have a look at it anyway. And really, it's about if you hold the Unix token, what do you get access to? So I'm gonna hide that now, but you'll be able to go in there and from the get-go understand what Unix is about, what the Unix token is for, where you can get the Unix token, and from there you can go straight to the site.
Sorry, Nick, I need to say something, man.
Yeah.
Cryptonob, I saw your profile picture on Telegram. I compliment you on that one. I'm a huge fan.
Master Rashi.
I needed to say it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, when it comes down to what we're working on the background, as you can see, the stuff that we want to show you that's, let's say, completely Unix, let's say if it was 1 megahertz studios, we came to light real quickly with that. Same thing for let's say maybe we didn't, not with Final Round so much. As you can see, a lot of the projects that we're working with have partners, and it's not, we can't completely show that all the time, especially when we have our own contracts in the background, our own marketing in the background that is agreed upon by everyone that's involved. And look, Unix understands that some of these things that we specialize in, the gaming side of things, that's where we add value. All the partnerships and connections that we've made throughout this journey. However, some more things, let's say with the bigger players, DAO Maker, SL2, we can't exactly just go, okay, here community, look, this is what we're doing. They also have a certain way that they want to do things, so it's not always completely up to us, but we try to keep you be as transparent as we can without breaking any rules. And I know that Andy and Mirko are sticklers for giving away alpha all the time, and it's not ideal. I get at them all the time, even though I know you guys want to hear it. It's also sometimes not beneficial. Even with exchange listings, it's a similar fashion. We want to tell you guys, oh yeah, we have an exchange listing coming up, but we're tied down by contracts. So yeah, it's always hard on that legal side of things. But no, I completely agree with you. If we can show a 2-week roadmap or monthly, yes, we can, but a lot of the things take time, and some of these things we can really just give, okay, this is what's going to happen in the quarter, because there's so many moving pieces, moving parts running at the same time. This is not an excuse, by the way, I'm just being how it is. So that's why if there is something coming up, you know, we make announcements on our Twitter, our Medium, anywhere else that we can make it, we will make it, as long as it doesn't cross the threshold where deals get pulled. And yeah, so next one is create a group for concerns or problems. We do have the suggestions channel, and the team do look in there, so you can bring it up in the suggestions channel. We're always open to hearing what you guys have to say, and you know, we're all going to be a one big family soon with the DAO, so you guys will have even more influence and impact on some of these things. Start rewarding your community who supports you. Build a weekly giveaway task. Start a Gleam. I guess, Tim, that's the one you were talking about, right?
Yep. Do you want me to take that?
Yeah, go for it.
So this one I think is going to be really important for us, and I think we could probably share a little more in the very near future, but it is exactly what you've kind of said, Cryptonob. It's we want to create something that rewards people for exactly that, for engaging, for creating conversations that are helpful to others, for growing the community. And so yes, we are creating a way to reward the community, and it's not going to be a Gleam because it's going to be a much better much better than that, because Gleam really only rewards a lucky few individuals, and it's really open to kind of abuse. So while it's good for occasional giveaways, it's not good. It's not a great way to reward the community consistently or recognize hard work. So that's why we want to build something out that's a little more rigid. So yeah, we'll definitely be able to share more on that shortly.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, um, the number 4, offer the investors to buy back the investments at a higher price. I see someone to get out, fine by me. I'd say they're not real investors and you don't need them. No, true. Thanks for the thanks for the comment. That's a suggestion that I'll give to our amazing CSO, Andy. I think he'd appreciate that. And of course, if you guys have any questions like this, I think Andy's doing some calls with you all. I think it was maybe one was today or one was tomorrow. He gets on calls with you all regularly, and feel free to bring this up. Andy's really approachable. He's not going to say anything's a dumb idea, and I think he'll take it on. Be 100% transparent. Remember that the community wants frequent reports of transparency. Whenever we see something shady, we just lose a little trust. No, I completely agree with you. Really nothing to hide. I mean, yes, we are, we're about just over 5 or 6 months now out of the gates. And as you can see, we've built so much within that time. And I just want you all to understand, and hopefully maybe even root for us when I say we're trying to fast track everything. We want to give as much utility to Unix token as we can. The current market, when we come out the other end, we want to be prepared. Right now it's a stage of preparation and putting us in a position where whatever we make content, whenever Sally goes onto stream, talks about games, we can be influencers in the market. People will come to us, ask us questions, and this community will grow 100%. All the channel partnerships, really Paul Barron was just the beginning. Is really just to test the waters. We still have a great relationship with all of them, and now we're looking to, now we've got some videos under our belts, we've done some promotion, we're at Permissionless. We're allowed to go even bigger now and really expedite that process to hitting all these goals. So yeah, we will continue to do that. So the next question was, introduce live chat on the AMAs. People will be more connected if they can hop on the AMA and ask Andrew or Mirko something. Yeah, for sure. We can we can even do this in the DAO halls if you guys want. We can live stream it and have like an open conversation. Don't know how that will look yet, but if there's a lot of people discussing the governance of Unix, I think that would be really cool. But yeah, in the future AMAs, we can look to have some of these questions up. As you can tell already, with the current system, the AMAs already go for like an hour. I don't know how many people stay on to watch the whole thing, but thank you if you do. But we're happy to maybe get people on the calls, and even if we want to have additional meetings outside of that, we can. Community like the mission, give you some of these stress. This will get more noticed by the team. Okay, yeah. So community suggestions: start engaging in a more positive way. Oh, okay. I might say this as well. If anyone's looking at the Telegram chat, Crypto Knobs posted this here. But community suggestions: start engaging in more positive ways with each other. I completely agree. This time is not a nice time for anyone, and emotionally, you know, it can be quite hard to deal with. But I think if a lot of the OGs in crypto, you can show maybe some of the newcomers who are stepping in, and we will get a lot of newcomers coming into GameFi for sure. You know, I've always been one of the mindset to help guide people instead of casting them aside. I think that's the way we all want crypto to be. That's how we want it to grow. So I would definitely take that on. Share some memes, news. Yeah, you could share. Oh, by the way, someone did share a meme in the chat before, and I commented around positive vibes. That was not directed at you. You can feel free to put in memes as long as they're nice and they're not calling other people out or making a negative space. So feel free to do so. I shared some news as well. A lot of the posts that we put on our Twitter, some stuff that Blockworks has done. Actually, Tim, just share some news about the Blockworks content that's coming out as well, if you want.
Yeah, so obviously one of the biggest pieces of all the coolest things that's happening at Blockworks is that Mirko is going to be speaking, which is going to be awesome. He's that's our dog, office dog. So yeah, so that's definitely going to be cool. Cool. But one of the another really cool thing is we're going to have the team there. So if you are able to attend, you can actually just walk up to Nick, Mirko, some of the rest of the team, and just say, "Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing?" You know, chat to them, ask them any questions you want. Feel free to just like ask every single question you possibly can. Don't let them leave until they answer everything until you're satisfied. So yeah, like really grill them. So that's going to be. I think for us, that's there's obviously a lot we can do it permissionless when it comes to meeting like really exciting partners, growing the network, and that all leads back to value for the token. But for us, probably the best thing will be the opportunity to meet some of the community, to say hey, to show them that we that we're there and we're
we are not cyborgs.
Yeah, we're not robots. Well, not all of us. I can't be sure of Mirko, but you can meet us and say hey and ask us any questions and share any feedback. I think that'll probably be the most important thing. We will be announcing some of the events that are going to be taking place at Permissionless throughout the week and next week, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and I think the next point is a really good one on that community suggestions about looking up other projects and trying to find something we are missing that's suggested. This is going to be a lot more easier with the Discord, and CryptoNob, I'm going to answer your question in a second around the legendary tier. But in that Discord, where we'll have a channel for everyone to talk about new projects. I mean, yes, we will get a lot of new projects approaching us, but you guys also have a lot of great suggestions as well. And if we can get involved, 100%, we will do that. So thank you for that. So is it true that there is a Unix airdrop ongoing on right now? Really good point. No, is the answer. All these channels that are talking about Unix airdrops, they are scams. Unless we say it on our Twitter, and even then, before we say it on our Twitter, we will also put it on our Medium. And while we're doing it on our Medium, we'll also put it in our AMAs and everywhere else. If there's an airdrop happening, you will know about it. So all these other channels, and I think there's maybe 5 or 6 other scam channels for Unix airdrops, do not, just be really careful, because that's not us. Most of the times that our giveaways will involve like partners that we've come across, and they want to do a giveaway drop to our community, which is you guys, or something else that's along the lines of some of the giveaways that Tim's been hosting on our Twitter. So and I know also be careful, because I know that there was a hack on, let's say, like Bored Apes or something, and then someone hit their Twitter or their Discord up as well, and it's happened to a few projects. So really do your due diligence, talk to the team if they're available, because this is super important. That's for anyone that's involved there. Okay, and CryptoNob, another one from yourself. Last week you were teasing us for the legendary tier chat. When will you announce it? Okay, and then I'll get to your next question. So yeah, the legendary tier chat, all I can say is that this is a community that we want also exclusive for people that have legendary level tiers, or even epic or rare. In order for us to do that, there will be a separate, let's say, investor-based Discord, which we will announce soon. But to get access to that, we are using Collabland. I won't say anything else, because I think that's enough. I mean, if you guys can maybe deduce yourselves what that means, but that's just like a little bit of a teaser, something else that we're working on. Also, I asked months ago about a more detailed list of partnerships and how deeply you are working with them. What exactly does the partnership do for us Unix holders? Thanks, Sally. Kamehameha. Yeah, we so all the partnerships, Tim's actually actively working in the background. He's putting together a bunch of articles around all the partners with Unix, because there are some that have been announced, some that have been announced, as you've seen, and we are going to release a lot of articles on some of the, let's say, really good partnerships that we've had across GameFi, and yeah, there will be an article coming out around that. So with that, what's the benefit to you guys is that a lot of the partnerships that we're looking on right now, we're also in talks about getting them onto the launchpad, and I think you guys can just sort of put two and two together about what that looks like. We get to partner with a really good title, really good project, something that we've looked into, done our DD. The partnerships team have gone in, Simon has gone in, Andy has gone in, and had chat with the team. So most of the time, we wanted to get onto the launchpad as like an exclusive title, so to speak, along with, it just really depends on how Dharmic and everyone else wants to do it. But that's pretty much one of the main benefits on. There will also be something to do with our NFT marketplace, possibly, but I can't say too much about that as well. Then we have so from Simon, who is responsible for token analytics, buys and sells and trends. If you're wondering what's happening currently, we have a partner that we're working with, and they're doing all the token analytics side of things to help us with that. I mean, that's their core business. And that's a question there. I don't know. I've got, I think, just a couple more left before we close out today. And thank you everyone for staying on for like 50 minutes. I know it's not a short amount of time, but we're grateful that you guys actually get to spend some time with us for once instead of Mirko and Andy. I mean, Sonny, Tim, and I don't even get to come on too much because we're busy doing our other stuff. But from Dave Obo, with the launchpad in place, waiting for games to launch, but with the main focus of Unix now. Main focus of Unix is still building out the utility for the token. How are we doing that? And we mentioned it a few times with the app that we're currently developing, and now we're putting a big focus on the marketplace. Where are we with the education platform, NFT platform, and guild expansion to 10k scholars? Okay, so I think I've already covered most of that early in this chat, just in case you guys have just joined and haven't and didn't get to hear the start of it. Education platform, where already have, I guess, the tokenomics of how that will work on the platform. Now we're looking at building it out. So a tokenized learn and earn platform we're looking to build, hopefully a version 1 by the end of this quarter. NFT platform, NFT marketplace, again, brought it up earlier. We are looking to have a V1, maybe like early Q3, something that we want to showcase. In its current state, it's a bit like OpenSea right now. Guild expansion, we're still looking to expand the guild. We have a really nice strategy about how to go about this. We have still a solid presence in Axie Infinity, and with Origins coming out, I don't know if anyone wants to hear about Origins, but watch Sali's stream because he talks about the updates all the time and what that looks like. The main focus of the guild scholars is Axie Infinity. The main focus of the guild or scholars is still Axie Infinity, I guess. We were talking about SOP and Amy a while ago. How will Unix adapt if SOP won't recover? Are other games or options already being considered? Well, Sali, maybe you want to give it some insight into some of the other games that we're looking at and some of the things that are interesting.
Am I allowed to talk about too much about it, or just like
you can talk about some existing things that we're already looking into, and some things that maybe are free to play, but
yeah. So let me put it. So we're working right now also into one. It's called Sony. This is one project also. It's really, really good. We will give you a detailed breakdown very, very soon. So make sure to check our YouTube. I'll be posting that really very frequently there. But there's also one project that I personally like, and I'm currently doing proper research on it. It's also called Minds of Dalarnia. This is just an example, right? It's free to play-ish kind of. You need a little bit to get you started. And they literally released 26th of April, right? It's also one of the projects, and there's much, much more. I can only say that currently I have a call tonight regarding, I cannot say it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair enough.
I cannot say it. I will do it on the next, I promise. But I have tonight and tomorrow 2 different calls for 2 more games, right? And a third potential one that I'm currently also researching myself. So there's so much more, guys. Trust me. This is a space, and we are literally in the, how you call it, the baby boots, or how you call it when you
Yeah, like we're I don't even know if we're a toddler yet.
wet.
We're toddlers.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Check our YouTube. Because we are dropping like a lot of content and a lot we talk about these games, especially mine, so Delania. We have Sony coming very soon. Sci-fi is one project I'm really excited about, and so on. Yeah,
And big time.
dude. But can I say something about Big Time? I hope I don't go too much about it. In my personal opinion, okay, current playable game that's out there, Big Time is the best. Wait. I'm telling you that as a gamer, okay? As a
Yeah,
gamer
it's
who
true.
really likes the game, like it's a really good game.
Uh,
And yeah, and much more to come, guys. Elysium, Vigilance. I'm not allowed to talk about Vigilance, right?
Oh no, we can't say too much, but it's coming. That's
It's coming. I tested it.
sorry guys, we're not like Mirko and Andy, where I read the legal docs, I read everything. That's my job. I can't say anything.
I
I'm
can
bound.
say I played the demo. Okay, I can say I played the demo. Be ready, guys. That's it.
Yeah.
Just be ready.
Yeah. Cool. And I think what else? Where were we? Sorry. Main focus. So one comment from Ricard 912. Hello Mirko. Well, I think he meant hello Nick, Sally, and Tim. Best time to this market. Best time to this market is wait all announcements and only focus in development, Unix, own game, DAO, and many more. Now, thank you. Yeah, that's really what we're doing behind the scenes. This is our time to really grind it out, and when everyone else is fearful or not developing because they're not sure, we have probably too much to develop that we don't have time to be stopping right now. Okay, and I think let's check the Telegram quickly. Crypto Nod, thanks for answering the questions as always. I'm going to give you a heart as well. Nick is doing a great job, Khan. Thank you, Crypto Nod. And no, look, we are looking to have more on AMA, but let's be honest, we are a gaming ecosystem. It's hard to find. It's hard to find. There's a lot more males in gaming, I would have to say. There's just more popular females that stream, I think. It's maybe the best way to put it. And yeah, that's, look, if we get them on, we can. Would love to get the CFO on when she can, but she's also handling this is the tax time, and there's a lot of stuff that's
Sally
happening.
was our eye candy.
Yeah, look.
Thank you. But you see, Nick took that over, man.
It's
okay.
No, I didn't. No, that's
Yeah.
no, we didn't. Okay. Well, anyways, everyone, thank you so much for attending today's AMA. I hope we gave you some nice answers. It's a pleasure, as always, to be spending time with our beloved community. Sally, Tim, any last words to end out the show?
Yeah, guys, stay tuned, especially for Permissionless for these 3 days. I think awesome three, tournaments that we're gonna do, and on top of that, you're gonna see, the big guys, right? The CEO, the COO. I think Simon will be there. Everybody will be there, so make sure to tune in, and of course, check out the YouTube, the Twitch. Join us. I'm online there like 5 to 6 times a week on the live stream on Twitch, and as well, we are pushing a lot of content right now out. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Yeah,
It goes a long way.
There's a streamer in Sally.
But thank you, guys. Right?
Thank you, Mr. Tim.
Yeah, I think I just think it's a really cool community, and personally, I do appreciate Crypto Knob's harsh grilling. And I think that's probably the best. That's kind of the point I think worth making. That for us, we really value your input, because the only way we can know what we're doing right and wrong is by the reception of the community. Or at least that's the best way to judge how we're doing. So we really do appreciate this. Whether it's praise, tough love, anything like that, any advice is always valuable for us. So let us know, and we'll keep working on making it better and better.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, thank you guys. blessed. See you all next week. And anyone that's gone to Permissionless, I will see you there soon. I'm really excited about it. So,
Yo.
see you all.
See you
See y'all.
guys.
Shout out to Arvin. By the way, I need to say he asked me, so I need to do it.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Hey, Kryptonob, thank you, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.